Hi everyone. Now let's quickly talk about the bridge tool, right? We have a tool called bridge, which is actually this tool up here. And to do that, I have in my scene 2 planes and 2 spheres. All right, for the bridge tool to work, it works on one object itself. So I have to combine the 2 planes to demonstrate how it works. I'm going to use combine. Now that I have this object as one, I now want to show you how the bridge works. The bridge works by taking 2 edges, right, and creating a face between the 2 edges. So if I have this edge and I have this edge, okay, and I go down to bridge and hit the bridge, now basically I have this bridge surface. So this is how the bridge tool works. Now all these parameters in the dialog box that we see here are basically some of the ways that we can modify the bridge area. So this is the bridge area here. If I hit on divisions, I'm creating more subdivisions on that bridge area. However, because this is a flat surface, you might not see the effect of some of all these ones we have down here. So to do that, I'm going to demonstrate how you practically see the effects of those parameters there. I have 2 spheres. I'm going to combine the spheres as one. Hit combine. Now, the way bridge works is, a rule of thumb with bridge is that when you're bridging 2 or more edges, you must make sure that the number of edges you have on one side is equal to the number of edges you have on the other side. Let's say, for instance, like I did here, I have 1 edge and 1 edge. Now, you can also bridge faces, okay? Let's say, for instance, we have a selection of face. Let's select vertices first and convert those vertex selection to face selection. I'm going to hit down Control and click on faces. Now I have face selections, right? The number of faces I have on the left is equal to the ones I have on the right. So if I hit bridge, of course, it will bridge out for me. Okay, so you can also bridge faces together. Now let's demonstrate why I said that the number of edges you have on one side will be equal to the ones you have on the other side. Let's say, for instance, we have selections of faces. I'm going to hit on this face. Let me just select some faces here. Select on that face here. I'm going to grow that selection. Okay, I'm going to just hit delete on my viewport. So if I hit delete, I have edges like holes in the sphere. Now if I click on the edges I have on the left side, you see I have 20 edges. Under my modeling toolkit, you see the information there is 20 edges, right? On the other side, if you want to verify, click on that, you see you have 20 edges selected. So you must make sure that you have total number of edges on both sides should be equal for the bridge tool to work. Now, if I have this selection and I add this selection to that and hit bridge, definitely I will expect it to work. Now, let's say we have less than the number of edges we have on one side, lower than 1. Let's say I want to break or weld a vertex on another one, right? Now imagine I have the number of edges I have here is 19. The ones I have here is 20. Now if I have 20 and 19, definitely I might have issues when I want to bridge. You see a red dialog shows up. Let's click that again. See the red dialog? Now Maya is saying that the information I have here is that the number of selected edges is not the same for origin and target. So this is the highlight. This is the error because I have 20 edges here and 19 edges here. So source and target are not equal. So that's why I said the rule of thumb is to make sure that you have equal number of edges from the source to the target. Now let's see those options. Let's select edges we have here and one we have here. If I hit on bridge, now we'll see we have bridge, right? Now, the subdivisions is the number of subdivisions you want to have on the bridge area, as we've seen with the plane. So if I increase the subdivisions, I have more light here. All right. Now, these two might not work if you have the curve type set to linear. Linear here is that you have the bridge going out in a straight line, in a fashion, like that straight line pattern from source to target. That's a linear, right? So taper and twist might not really work much or might not work as expected for us. So let's say we have some subdivisions and we change this to bend, right? Now, if I taper, you see that it works as expected. Basically, scales the middle down, the midpoint between the source and the target down. So down or up. This is taper. So we're tapering the center part. We also have twist, basically twist the middle for us. Okay. So this is affected by the subdivisions we have there. So that's twist. So we also have another option for the curve type. We have curve. Okay. Which by this curve type, twist and taper might not work as expected. They work only when we set this to bend. Okay. But subdivisions will work on all three modes, either linear, bend, or curve. So now we have that if, for example, you've lost the dialog box, definitely just go down to either your attribute editor. You will see the poly bridge that was added to it, and you see those parameters out there. Or you go to your channel box, and under poly bridge, you see some of them here too. So we'll see most of the parameters under your attribute editor. So you have divisions here, still set the same way: source and target, the curve type, set to curve or linear or bend, then the bridge offset and the smoothing angle. We've lost taper and twist, which basically comes under a different rollout. Okay, so that is what we have as our bridge tool. That's how it works.